Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another pre-market stream here for the Boiler Room. We got I'm gonna run through our full list of stocks here today. Show you guys exactly what it's like on a day-to-day basis for me when it comes to trading. Some days may be this busy, some days might not be this busy for me, but I'm going to give you guys a full walkthrough on every single stock that I will be keeping an eye on throughout the day. Some of these stocks I'll be looking at more closely, and some of them I won't be looking at as closely. I'll be looking at them periodically throughout the day, but this should give you a good idea of what it's like for me on a day-to-day basis on the amount of stocks that I watch and keep an eye on, and that's why you can see so many different various tickers that I've traded throughout the day, any given day that I do a recap, because you might see 6, 7 different tickers that I've traded, and some people ask, how do you trade them? And it's because I simply just keep a close eye on many different stocks and different setups, and if they pan out, I'll attempt and or trade them. Okay? All right. Are you guys ready? All right, so number one, since you're already on the screen, let's take those off. Don't need those. Bang, bang, choo-choo train. All right, cool. So we don't need, Roku. Roku would be one of the stocks that's going to be on our watch list. If you look at yesterday it got smoked. So today we're just simply watching it because it got smoked, right? That's pretty much it. If it forms something decent, looks good, then maybe I'd trade it. Personally, I don't really want to buy it long, and I'd rather be short bias on it because it broke down yesterday. But the significant bounce here from yesterday up towards 141 doesn't really give it any sort of bearish feel right now. So until it starts to turn bearish and show signs of wanting to go down, I probably won't mess with it, but it's simply on the back burner or on the watch list for potential short if things do form correctly today. Okay. Next one on the list, which we traded yesterday, did decent on it, but we never got the breakout, was BABA. BABA is going to be on watch long, same as it was yesterday. So today I'll be following BABA for a long bias trade. It's trending up nicely. I mean, yesterday it almost broke out. It got to the 182, 183 mark, couldn't break out. And today I'll be watching it long for a move up to this 182.50 to break out and get over 183 and then continue moving on the day. If the market somehow turns extremely bearish, then maybe that play won't work. So as long as the market favors us today on the long bias side, or at least somewhat of a consolidation day that doesn't really drop out, then I believe that play could very well happen. Again, we had the earnings move from BABA, back up, back down. And then yesterday, we had the move up to try and break out, got smacked back down. Yet we're keep getting bought up on these lows, and it keeps trending back up. So I'm assuming that soon enough here, we should have some resolution to the upside or to the downside. If we don't want the upside, we'll go to the downside. But for now, we keep trending to the upside, but haven't yet broken out. So I do believe we have a big move on the horizon with BABA that I'll be trying to catch. All right, next one on the list that we're watching is Apple. Apple, we will be watching long buys. So as long as the market favors us, doesn't do anything stupid, this should be okay. So we can see earnings from Apple, consolidation day, following day, breakout. Yesterday, pull back, double bottom, consolidation day, grinds up on the day, closes very strong. Holding here pre-market, not really seeing much activity. I'd follow Apple long bias today for a move into a new all-time high because yesterday we pulled back, we grinded and closed very strong and didn't really sell off. I would watch Apple long bias today for a new move into the 52-week high. You could probably just trade something like the pre-market high breakout if the setup's there. All right, cool. Next one is Nvidia. Nvidia, questionable unless it changed. So Nvidia, we said to watch long bias yesterday. Had a great move, didn't trade it, doesn't really matter. This broke into kind of a new short-term high. This is one where I'd simply continue watching it long bias for a move over 212. What I will say, though, is I believe this is probably going to pull back. So I think it's still worth watching long bias, but I think it will pull back. If you look at it in the sense that look at this leg here, right, and then pull back. And then look at this leg here, probably pull back. So this one's a little bit iffy. Maybe don't watch Nvidia. Doesn't look as great as it did earlier this morning. Okay. Next one on the watch list, AGRX, which I made a whopping $8 on this morning. AGRX. This is the one yesterday where we said to keep this on watch long bias pretty much right into the 180, 190 mark, and then it would probably sell off, create some type of a double top, which it did exactly that. So if you look at this stock today, you will see that it is pretty much a picture-perfect cup and handle formation on the stock, and you should probably watch that long bias today. And now it's breaking out, okay? I don't know how much more it's going to move. I don't know if it's going to move any more than it already has, because really it's already broken out of the cup and handle pattern, and the long bias move trade has already happened. So maybe there's some continuation, maybe not, but nonetheless, the cup and handle pattern already played out. So again, maybe it moves more, maybe it moves less, don't really know, but the formation is really good. All right, on to the next one. We already did Roku, so on to the next one after that, which is MYGN, and I will get to your questions here shortly. MYGN from 35 all the way down to 20. It's an earnings report play. This is something that was I watching this? No, it was the other one. So this is something that we're going to be watching for the open. At this point, the selling volume is increasing as we're getting closer to market open. Sort of, it's 8:43, but the volume is picking up to the downside for right now as we get closer to the bell. If you go back and you look at previous earnings reports on the stock, you're going to see that every time it has an earnings report, it typically sees good movement on the stock once the market opens. Like on this earnings report, it dropped like 5 points. And if we go back to the previous one before that, it opened up at 32, dropped all the way out to 26. So see another 5-point move on the day. So good movement that can be traded on this stock. It's not moving like $1, $1.50. So with that being said, I think we can see some decent movement when MYGN opens up on the day. That's worth watching for a trade. All right, next one on the list, SHAK. This is SHAK. I mean, it kind of had like a bullish divergence earlier. It still really does. I mean, it's been trending down. Right, we've been trending down all morning from after hours into this morning, but yet the momentum's been picking up ever since after hours. So in reality, there is a bullish divergence on the stock, which might play out by the time market opens. You know, when you look at the stock, it's down from 84 all the way down to 68. I mean, that's a 16-point move, right? Yeah. 16 points down to the downside. A lot of people are like, oh, it's shorted, but then a lot of times they get squeezed. So I think we might see a bullish divergence, long bias play on the stock out of the gates today. Questionable, but worth keeping an eye on for that trade. Okay, next one on the list, and this is the last one, AMRN. Enter. This is another stock. They reported earnings. It looked a little bit better earlier. Now it's kind of iffy. But it doesn't have a whole lot of movement pre-market, which makes it appealing because a lot of times when stocks don't have a ton of movement pre-market or they haven't really made a big move, then they can still make a big move, right? A lot of times when stocks make a big move on an earnings report, sometimes it's the move that they're going to make and they don't really do much for the rest of the day. So this is something where it hasn't moved a lot, and it's very possible that we do get a big move, and that's something we want to watch. And those are all the stocks on watch list today. And that's kind of how my watch list can be on a day-to-day basis sometimes. So now you know just exactly how many stocks I keep on watch sometimes from a day-to-day basis, and why you might see so many different tickers that I've traded throughout the day. And that's because there's a lot of things moving. Alrighty, now that we've gone through all of that, I'm going to start from the top. Good morning, Twitter. Oh, did I miss Twitter? I didn't. That's weird. How did I miss Twitter? Twitter is actually, it's literally on my list. I don't know how I missed that. We have one more, ladies and gentlemen, Twitter. This is actually going to be one of my main ones that I'm watching for a long bias trade. I got shook out the other day. I always do this. This is actually something we're watching for a swing trade in our premium group. The other day, I actually took a small entry here, and then I took it off here, and then we came back up, and it happens to me all the time on this sort of situation in play. But anyways, we're watching. Some of them are probably still long from a swing trade entry we took the other day. But this is something that I would watch for a bounce today over like the 30-20, 30-30s mark, and then maybe even swing trade it. So yeah, Twitter's on a heavy watch this morning for a long trade. And, you know, I think we'll break out today. We might not. And the only reason I say we might not is because in reality, this is resistance here, right? That's a no-brainer. This is the first attempt at that resistance, right? And what I mean by that is we have resistance come down, and then we went all the way back into resistance first try. Granted, it grinded up, it didn't spike into it, and the price action is holding fairly well at the 30-20 mark. Personally, I think we're going to break out today on that. Or it's tomorrow, personally. So anyways, I'll be watching long bias, and if that does plan out, start doing what I want it to do, I'll probably hit, 3,000, 4,000 shares long on that one. Comfortably, I think. Maybe not comfortably. Okay, maybe I'll just take 100 shares. I don't know. But Twitter, yes, watch it long bias. Let me like take a step back and without all the drawings on there. So yeah, if you look at it like this, all right. I mean, to me, it seems clear as day. Like that's the long play right over 30-30. 30, 30, 28, 30, 30. That's a long play. Because once you get it, that's the short-term resistance. Once you get over that, you're going to cause a short squeeze, and that short squeeze is mostly in a short squeeze breakout, and that's going to cause the momentum to pick up to the upside, and then we should start buying. I think we could see, I don't know, 32, 33, 34, not 34. That'd be a big move today, but maybe 34 by the end of the week, possibly, if it really wants to bounce. But I think we're ready for a breakout today, nonetheless. Okay, all right, Grub. Hey, which stay are you staying, Connor? Which stair you are staying, Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what you're trying to say there, but I appreciate the comment. Okay. You guys, I never look at you guys. But my spiel on UGAS would be that it's natural gas. So if you're going to look at UGAS, it's not really UGAS. It's /NG. Okay? Just remember that. Whenever you're talking about UGAS or DGAS, you're actually talking about natural gas, which means you should be looking at /natural gas futures, because the futures dictate and or determine what or how UGAS and DGAS are going to trade. Which stock is that? Chad, I'm not sure what you're referring to. Which stock that is. That stock is Bob. Okay. You in any stocks for the dividends? Yes. I would have to pull up the list because I don't have it handy. I don't know. I got a lot of different things I'm invested in. One of these days I'll pull up the list of all the things I own and we can go over that. Please do Twitter. We did Twitter. Tesla, I would say I'd be more long bias on it today, but the setup for me just isn't something that I like all that much, so that's why I'm not watching Tesla today myself. But I do think Tesla could see more of a long bias attempt and or play today with the way that it bounced yesterday. Hi, could you look at GLD? GLD is simply pulling down today. So GLD has really been in more of like a consolidational, wedge pattern. So there's really no resolution to GLD yet. Basically, all you're going to want to do with GLD is just wait till it gets to the end of its wedge, consolidation, formation, and then either it breaks down or breaks up. But personally, I would just be long-term bullish on gold. So even if it's going down in the short term, gold for me is a long-term play anyways. So I'd be buying up more of it as it goes lower anyways. What do you think about AMT? Good earnings, but going down. Okay, just remember that just because something has good earnings doesn't mean that it can't go down, and doesn't mean that it doesn't make sense that it's going down when it has good earnings. AMT, 1 day, 1 minute. They had earnings the other day. I would watch AMT for a breakdown short below 210. That's what I would do with that there. I myself probably not going to trade that. But yeah, I would probably be more short bias on it. That would be long bias for the time being. Oh, wow. I'm glad you said X. I forgot about X. I was looking at it this morning and I'm like, wow, that looks good. And then I forgot to write it down on my pad. So I'm glad you said X because I did like X this morning for a long trade. It might still be too soon. Might be tomorrow, but I do like it. Yeah. 5 day, 5 minute. Yeah, I'd watch. Excuse me. So yes, X, I think, I wish I could just say I know because I'm pretty sure I know, but I still gotta say I think. I think X is going to be a long play today. If it is a long play, and it's the long play that I'm thinking, it will most likely not get over 1378. By some miracle that it goes obnoxious, then yes, it could get over 1378. But if it's the play that I'm probably thinking that would be most likely to happen, we would probably see X up to or just shy of or around the 1378 price today. And this is pretty much the same thing as AGRX, guys. It's literally the same thing, okay? Let's look at AGRX. Okay, AGRX, look at it get pushed up, right? Then it consolidated, and then what did it do? It had a long move right into the previous high, and then it consolidated, and then it broke out. Okay, so let's go look at X. Not exactly, it looks a little different because there's a gap here, right? It looks a little different because there's a gap, but take out the gap and you'll understand it, right? So let's go look at X again. Okay, so what do we have? We have a nice long move up, and then we have this pullback, consolidation, hold, long move, back up to top, pull back, consolidate, little dip, over 1380 for a breakout over this high, and then that would cause it to run to like 14 or something, get over this resistance successfully. Right, that's what you're kind of looking at, like a small bull flag pennant setup there. So I think today is a good day to watch X long. X is kind of a very similar setup to what just happened. I think it was like the other day on Tiva. I was almost gonna say watch Tiva. I think it was yesterday it did it, the move. Yeah, yesterday was a move that I almost put this on our watch list and told everybody to watch it, but I failed to do so. So we're going to put this on a 10-day, 5-minute. That'll work. Okay. Wow, that's still not enough. Okay, maybe 20-day, 1 hour. Yeah, there we go. So like same scenario here with close, right? You can see we have this move up, and then we kind of pull back. We consolidate, and then we kind of have the long move to create the top here, and then a slight pullback, and then a breakout. So it's kind of a similar scenario, not exact though. Anyways, that actually kind of looks good for a long play today too. Maybe you want to watch Tiva. But yeah, we will be watching. I will be watching X long now. I'm glad you said that. PTON has good earnings. Yeah, I'm probably not going to mess with PTON. FedEx, FPay looks good. Twitter, do you recommend saving up and opening an account when you reach the PDT rule, or do you think you should just jump into it and try to make your way up? Really, the best way I can explain this is do whatever you want to do that you think is best for you. Okay, that's always the first go-to. But at the end of the day, if you can't make money trading with $1,000, then you can't make money trading with $25,000. And if you can't make money trading with 3 trades a week, then you're not going to be able to make money trading with 100 trades a week. Yes, you can make more money trading with 100 trades a week. Yes, you can make money easier trading with 25,000. But the psychology is there that if you can't do your job correctly with 1,000 or 3 trades, then you're probably still not going to be able to do your job correctly with 25,000 or unlimited trades. That's the way I look at it. So again, when you can successfully make money trading, whether it's with 1,000 or 25,000, then you're ready, right? But if you can't make money even with 3 trades a week, then you're not going to make money trading with 25,000. And the reason I say that is because, and then we'll take a step back. Yes, when you only have 3 day trades per week, then you can miss out on good setups that you would have otherwise, been able to trade if you had more trades available. But if you have 3 trades a week and you're not making any money, right? Because you feel like you're limited. You only have 3 potential day trades. And those 3 trades, you're not going to make money on them if you're trading shit, or the setups that you're trading aren't good, or the things that you're watching aren't good. So it doesn't have to do with the actual trades available. It has to do with you. It has nothing to do with the trades available. It has to do with you. Because if you have 3 trades and you don't make any money on them, the chances are you're either doing something wrong or you're trading things that you shouldn't be trading, or the setups that you're trading are not good and you're not getting any follow through or resolution on those trades in the direction you want. So when you have 3 trades available and you yourself start to pick good setups and good things to trade, you will probably start to make money on these 3 trades. And that's the way I look at it. When you have 25,000 or 30,000, you can trade as much as you want, as much as you want, as much as you want, as much as you want. And more often times than not, for the typical average normal trader that enters into the market with unlimited flexibility of trading, because their account's over 30,000, they more often times than not overtrade. They lose a trade, then they go turn around and go, oh, I can trade again, I'm going to win it back. They trade again, then they lose, and they lose, and they lose, and they lose, and they get angry, they get frustrated, they overtrade, they revenge trade, and next thing you know, they're losing $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. And now their account's below $25,000. And now they're right back to where they started, which was 3 day trades per week. But now they feel like an absolute piece of shit, sorry to say, because now they've lost so much money, they feel that they have to win it back now to get back over 25K. And now they're back to 3 day trades per week, and they're going, how in the hell am I ever going to be able to get my money back with just 3 trades a week? I wasn't able to do it before. I thought I was going to be able to do it with unlimited trades. Clearly I wasn't. Now I'm just... So no, stick with 3 day trades per week. Stick with a small account until you can successfully pick directions and feel comfortable with those trades. There's no need to go any higher. Yes, you're not going to make absolutely a bunch of money. That's okay. You shouldn't be trying to make a ton of money. You should be trying to play the game correctly. Okay. Let me please do tweet. I already did that. Okay, I'm reading these questions. Well, yeah, it's 9 o'clock, so I'm going to just run through and just answer things. I have a little Twitter, but left too. So I Fitbit, and now that Google is in the mix, should I sell my shares or wait until the deal is closed? I would just sell my shares if I were you personally. AMD, we already went over AMD. TWLO, we don't got time to go over TWLO. Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself. That is a fact. Same thing that 9/11 was more of like an inside job and a cover-up and a setup. That is fact, not conspiracy, fact. IPO start to report good earnings now. Why would APPS crash so far down, beating its EPS? Justin, just because the stock has good earnings doesn't mean they have good guidance. Just because the stock has good earnings doesn't mean they had good revenue. Just because the stock has good earnings doesn't mean that the price of the stock isn't already properly priced for the earnings that happened, could have already been expected. Those are a couple scenarios. Shopify, not watching Shopify, don't have time to look at Shopify. Are you holding any gold or silver in GLD? Yes, I am. Holding gold and silver, SLV, GLD. People just throw random tickers, do new hit little earnings. Thanks for sharing your experience. Okay, cool. Thank you. Trying to read through some of these till we get a decent background. Do I like Ferrari today? I didn't even look at Ferrari today personally. What do you think? All right. Be custom. That's not fact. You're right. It's not fact because it's never been proven to be fact, but we all know that it's fact. Because if you look at the evidence to support that it was a setup and a cover-up, there's more evidence to support cover-up and inside job than there is to support that it was actually just solely done for terrorism purposes. So if you base fact off of evidence, then the evidence would suggest that what the government tells us is more of a conspiracy, and what we're telling the government actually happened is more factual. All right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, everybody have a great day, and I will see you guys all tomorrow morning for another stream. And with that being said, everybody have a good day, stay green, and I'll see you guys on the next stream and or video.